Hi, I'm Rich Torrey. Welcome to another Level Up Cartooning. All you ever need to follow along with me is a pencil and paper. It doesn't get any easier than that, right? A while back, I started a playlist I call the Level Up Cartooning Toolbox, where I put lessons that were a little more instructional in nature. If you go to the Level Up Cartooning homepage and click on the playlist, you can find it easily. Anyway, it's been a while since I've added anything to it, so I thought today I was going to rectify that by doing another lesson focusing on hands. In this case, the four-fingered cartoon variety. As I've said before, hands are at the top of most people's lists of hardest things to draw and least favorite to practice. And I found the best way to approach hand lessons is to keep them bite-sized and simple. But before we get started, make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button as it helps this channel to grow, and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson. Okay, so what do you say we draw some hands? Alright, so as I mentioned at the top, in this lesson, we're going to focus on the simplest style of cartoon hands, the four-fingered hand, or the three fingers and a thumb. Many, if not most, of today's popular cartoons use this style, which is all about expression and gesture as opposed to realism. Many Disney and Looney Tunes characters, old and new, sport the four-fingered hands, along with SpongeBob, The Simpsons, Bob's Burgers, Animaniacs, Adventure Time, and many others. Why do so many studios draw characters with four fingers instead of five? Well, let's go with Walt Disney's explanation, made almost 100 years ago when referring to Mickey Mouse. Trying to draw five fingers on a character that had rounded palms would have made Mickey's hands look like a bunch of bananas. And so now you know. So what we'll be doing today is drawing three sets of left and right cartoon hands. We'll start with closed hands, or hands with fingers that are closed. Then we'll draw hands with the fingers more open, spread out. And finally, we'll challenge ourselves to draw some hands in more difficult poses. Okay? So let's draw some four-fingered closed hands. Okay, so there are some closed four-fingered hands. As you can see, the proportions for this type of hand is roughly half palm, half fingers. In other words, the palm and the fingers are the same height. Note that those fingers aren't drawn straight, but have a bit of a flow or a curve to them. And finally, notice that the tip of that thumb sort of curls away from the rest of the hand. So now let's try those four-fingered hands with the fingers open. Again, remember the proportions of those hands, half palm, half fingers. One of the hands is posed to stretch those fingers a bit, maybe waving, whereas the other hand is sort of reaching, getting ready to grasp something. Okay, so let's give that a try. There you have it, open four-fingered hands. I want you to notice, among other things, how the tips of the fingers are bigger than human fingers. Also notice how in these simplified, exaggerated hands, the fingers curve in a way to give the hand energy and highlighting the nature of that hand gesture, which is also different than an actual real hand. Alright, so as I said at the beginning, we want to keep these lessons short and simple. So we'll do one more quick segment for those looking to really level up their hand drawing. This time we're going to pose our four-fingered cartoon hands in some more difficult positions to challenge you. Okay, so let's see how that goes. And that's how you do it. There you have it, some quick four-fingered cartoon hand drawing exercises. So how do you think you did? Understand if you've never tried some of these hand poses, you can't expect to draw them perfectly. Remember what Jake from Adventure Time said, messing up is the first step in being really good at something. As I've said in all the hand lessons, don't let the fact that hands are challenging take the fun out of it. Enjoy it and embrace that challenge. That's what it's all about. I want to promise you that each time you draw any of these hand poses or others, they're going to get a little easier and you're going to get a little better. I promise. I also promise the more you work with me, the better you're going to get at all of your cartoon characters. Okay? So I want to see your four-fingered hand drawings. If you can, take a picture and post it on either Facebook or Instagram. And don't forget to include the hashtag #LevelUpCartooning. I hope you got something out of this hand lesson. Remember to subscribe so you won't miss any of the next Level Up Cartooning toolbox lessons, as well as the character drawings. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, keep drawing, my friends.